Can you speak about Kama Yoga as a way to purify strong Vasanas? Such as projections and judgments of others. Yes. First, again, this is something that can be brought directly into the inquiry, these Vasanas, and I don't know if everybody used to terms like Vasanas, but just to quickly say what it implies only some deep tendencies, recurring tendencies that are so strong and full of identity. This, when you speak about the strength of any tendency, it's only because it has a lot of identity in it. No identity, no strength. No identity, no strength. Initially, all thoughts, they are equal in weightlessness. When you believe in them, then it empowers them. It gives them weight. I said before, a thought without belief has no power. A thought with belief can start a war even. So belief is the thing, not thought. Also, you know, people say, I've got a dirty mind or something. Because I have dirty thoughts. No. Dirty thoughts you cannot stop, they will come. Initially, they will come. Dirty thoughts doesn't mean dirty mind. Dirty thoughts, when they are entertained, then they will linger and want to join your being. Then you say, yes, I've got dirty mind, which is also thought, dirty thinking. But no one can stop initially all kind of thoughts. You think bad thoughts didn't occur in the mind of the Buddha? Of course they come. In the mind of Christ or Krishna, of course the thoughts come. They come, good and bad thoughts, they will come, so to speak, no? But then they are defeated by holding on to the root. Who am I? Who is even the thinker of thought? Then that becomes the focus, and then the heat is turned down on the thought attention itself. Who is the thinker even of thoughts? So thoughts arising by themselves, nothing at all. But if you engage and identify with them, then somehow you create a relationship, then some identification arises with them, then they are empowered and they feel they're your thoughts and your mind. These are all ideas. So the best way, we talk about these Vasanas, strong tendencies, strong belief in identification. So much so are these powers that when they appear, when they arise in the beingness, they seem to hold the beingness hostage. What is meant by that? It means that somehow all the power is going, all the attention is going to serve these energies. And they have very strong identity in them. Now, some people, they say, but also these thoughts, they're also illusion. Of course, it's an illusion. And the one who is affected by it also an illusion. But are you out of that trap yet? You see? And so you feel the presence of these forces. Sometimes they come. It could be a fear of rejection or something. Or a desire to be famous, or some strong sexual urge that has to be satisfied, or whatever it is, can come. And when it manifests, somehow it takes all the attention, all the energy to try and satisfy its projections. And you, the beingness, somehow in those moments you're least in touch consciously with your root power. It's as though the attention is sucked into this energy field of identification. So they are called Vasanas, no? How to overcome them, this person is asking. Ask about purifying them. And the judgment of others. Maybe that's a strong tendencies. You see, if there's no strong identification as yourself, then there cannot be judgment of others. You see? So this is what to call locating this Vasana energy. How to get out of it. First, you must feel the presence of it when it arises. Sometime in satsang, also, it triggers also these energies which sometimes feel like they're dormant or they're not there at all, don't exist. But when they flare up, they come to the surface, then you can feel that sometimes the energy, the identification is in that modification. Like this, then I say be aware of the presence of this force, these ideas, this identity first. And now you find out really who is the one who has it, who is the victim of it, the inner victim of it. You have to find out. And this you have to keep very quiet while the presence of these energies are there pulsating, and all the blood is going there to the crime scene. Everything, your energy is there. If somebody came and says, listen man, you know you're not that, you know you're the self, you want to strangle them, you know, because you feel no in this moment, you know, like this is the most real, then even your understanding seems like it's a bit more distant, because of the pulse of this seems to eclipse your intuitive knowing that even this is also just a passing moment. These are just ideas, which they are, but they've grown fat on identification, true identification. So you start like this, you can look at it, feel the presence of it. Don't try and push it away. Let it fully happen. Don't say it should not be there. Let it be there. You can feel it. Maybe it takes hold of the body and you feel really busy and disturbed and hot and caught in this type of sensation. So let it be there first thing. And try and sit quietly and be present with it in your mind. Now you just focus as much as you can on the feeling of being, and you feel that almost this is more loud. This energy is more loud, but don't judge it, just let it be there. Try and see it only as a phenomenon happening and not identify. That's one way. Otherwise, if the identity is very loud, if it's pulsing, also don't try and stop this. Just keep calm as much as you can and find out, if you can in this moment, who is the one who this is happening to, who is the victim of this. You can keep repeating this question. Perhaps this question doesn't feel strong in that moment to be asked because of the loudness. It seems as though this sensation is almost everywhere you turn. It is there, it's in the body, it's in the being. But be present with it, and as much you don't identify or find out to whom it is, for whom is this Vasana. See if you can actually throw your attention in and find out the place of suffering. Go to the very center of it and see if you find a sufferer of it there. And keep quiet. Just hold on. Don't panic, don't judge, don't try and push it away. Simply try not to identify and stay as present as you can. In a short time, you will feel something do this. Just like a movement like this happen, and you'll feel like some space come. Almost like you are suffocating, and then suddenly the lungs open and some space will come. Some space will come and you'll feel again the presence of presence. That has always been there. But it's as though these kind of forces, they come and they're holding the ground for a moment. And if you don't feed them, meaning identify panic, even if panic happens, also still remember what I'm saying, even the panic is also phenomenal. Who is the one who is panicking? Just quietly checking in, be steady. Don't get caught up. Don't get pulled into that rush, into that storm. Let it happen. It will pass like anything else. It will come again, but each time you hold your ground and be present only as being. Say, I don't mind if this vasana, this energy, these tendencies destroy this body, I don't care. But I'm only staying only as the presence itself. Then gradually you'll see that each time it comes, the presence doesn't move away to make room for these. Then at a certain point they're there together. You'll feel the presence and you'll feel also the presence of this energy. And gradually it means that the energy of these forces, vasanas, they are on the way out. They are being burped out. At a certain point they're going to go very quickly, the force of them. As the presence is learning to be only with itself, these cannot stand, because they have to be energized by the belief and the identity. Wherever there is identity, there is the sense of an I entity. And the I entity is what seems to be suffering from all these different reasons in the world. Soon it will be over for you. It will be over. You will not have to live all your life with these forces. They will not come. They are strongest when the mind or when the consciousness is in identification with the body-mind experience. They will feel to be more powerful. As you remember that you are the weakness of all appearances, these will begin to get weaker. This is a guarantee. It will get weaker. It will get weaker. At a certain point when they rise, you will not even turn your head anymore. They will not command that much power, that much attention from you. Such it is. There will always be, as long as the vital force in the body is there and the consciousness is there, some thought activity will be here in the body. The remnants, superficially, of conditioning will still be there, but it will not have the power to pull the beingness into the bush for a good mugging. It will not happen. You will be able to somehow say, okay, fine. People may see, oh yeah, he's still like this. They were saying one saint was always loved counting money. He was always counting his money over and over. Even if he's got 10 rupees, still count them over and over. It was his habit, counting the rupee over and over, no? Maybe become meditation for him, but something like it. And even after his mind came into complete realization, still doing this tendency, counting money, counting money. Other people say, but he hasn't changed, He's still counting money. But inside, he's not counting anything. It's just this movement is going on. So this activity may still continue, but inwardly you don't know anything about it. Others will tell you about personality, but inwardly you cannot find even the meaning of what it means, personality. What is that? But others may say, I like your personality, or you got this type of personality. You won't know what it means. But the mind doesn't give up. Unchallenged, it's still there. The tendencies are still there. I was telling the story also about this tendency. One man, businessman, loved business so much that even on his deathbed, he sold his watch to his best friend and made a profit. And he was very happy about it. Can you imagine? Such is the tendency. That even on the deathbed, the last few breaths, he was doing a deal, look, it's waterproof. So this is one way of dealing with it. Gradually, even the impression of these vasanas, they will not follow you anymore. They will just be sort of so weak in impression, because you are again in your natural place. They can only get you, as I said before, the power of Mahamaya, the great illusion, the great delusion, has bitten, this snake has bitten every being, not just human beings, into the delusion, I am the body. And only one medicine can get rid of it. Your own Parabrahman. Because that is here. Then you must come to your own Parabrahman, mean your original truth. Then Maya has no hold on you. Where is that? It is your own self. When you are free from the associations of all that we have accumulated, which were not original to you from the beginning. They came later. Everything came later, including knowledge. How we know this? Because you are the one who knows knowledge and no ignorance. Knowledge doesn't know you. Who are you? Everything came after, because you are the perceiver of it. You watch its rising, its ascendance, and its departure. Who can you be? You see? Even this body is like a burning candle. Also it is witnessed by the indwelling spirit, you see. This is not things I'm asking you to believe, but to verify, to confirm through your own intuitive power. You're doing it.